Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
C'est autissement, encore une autre fidélité. L'Amérique n'a pas bloqué nous. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a un point qui est vous paye presse. L'Amérique n'a pas bloqué, t'as mon bien de moi avec moi, nous deux. En somme, on va battre au moins, on t'a dit, t'as mon moyen, on s'est battu pour moi, dit, abẹ́lá ló kẹ́yìn o. kágun sọ adúlọ́ wa àwọn ayé láti ó lọ wa àwọn ọgbẹ́ wa o. ìyàwó abẹ́lá ló kẹ́yìn o níbi tó jọba yìí níbi tó yànba máa ti sì mọ̀ kẹ́yìn o. mọ́nàjà jíjí wọ́n pè sàmẹ́ fọ́ sí o ti connaît. L'animateur Choco Noska Yassen de Toyebi. L'homme a tout fait pour Mivito. Aniche les deux.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Good evening, folks. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. We're here again this evening. We say thank God. Wonderful to be here again this evening. We are here as usual. Thank God. And our God is great. Our God is good. And we thank God for every day as we come on here to have these kinds of conversation. God is wonderful, and we thank God for his blessing. God is wonderful and liberal as usual. We thank God for his blessing as well. We'll say to many of you, brothers and sisters, please share this video as much as you can. Please share this video as much as you can so that we will be able to have some conversation. The liberal is here again this evening, and we will be here. We say thank God. Wonderful things happening in the country under this leadership of President Waka. Safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening. We say thank you, my Lord, for everything you're doing for us, the blessing. We thank you for the poor blessing all over us. We thank you. My Lord, we thank you for your blessing. Continue to guide us, the strength you give us every day. We get up every day and we put ourselves in your hand. Those of us that know you know that you are the only person that can carry us. We want to thank you for that. My Lord, we ask again tonight to bless the Republic of Liberia. Bless the people of the Republic of Liberia. Bless the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. My Lord, we ask that you bless the President of the Republic of Liberia. Give him wisdom. Guide him. Whatever he touches in the interest of the Liberian people. That indeed his hand will be blessed. That you will guide him. He came to this position to help us. Whenever he goes out to talk to anybody about the Liberian people, that his way will be open. My Lord, we ask specifically, give him long life. Let him continue to do what he's doing for us. Because he asked to lead, and you give him the opportunity. And Liberian people elected him. So once again, we put him in your hand. Every night we come out here, we will put him in your hand. Help us out. Whatever is happening in Liberia, my God, help us. Guide us. Guide us. We once again put the entire country of the Republic of Liberia, our brothers and sisters in Liberia, we put it in your hand again tonight. As we come out here to have the discussion again tonight, my Lord, guide our thoughts. Whatever comes out of our mouth, that it must be the voice of envy, jealousy, hate. Guide us all. My Lord, we ask that you bless everybody, every one of us, Liberians, foreigner, everyone. We put everyone in your hand. Guide us all. We ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, folks, Samson told Liberia Public Radio, the liberal is here again tonight. I'm going to be as ridiculous as possible. Oh, yes. Sabataka open. We'll be truthful. We will be truthful. We are not here for kumbaya, for friendship, nothing. We are here to talk about Liberia and Liberian people business. We will be truthful. We will be truthful. However, we will be respectful. We will be responsible in our engagement. Join me. Please share this video to as many people as possible tonight. Please share this video. Share it to as many people as possible. Because we are here again tonight. And those of you that are watching, please share this video. Share the video. Share the video. Thank you. Thank you for watching again tonight. Let's get a store started. So the issue of the legislature, Flantikova removal, Flantikova now removing. The liberal was here last night. My argument remains the same. Flantikova will not resign. However, I think I'm going to soften my position a little bit tonight. And the liberal will try to be conciliatory here tonight. The liberal would consider my brothers and sisters, the fact that we're all Liberian. And I'm not going to be this high-line person tonight. I will try to soften my voice and my tone here tonight as we speak about Liberian issue. However, I'm not going to compromise my belief. My liberal belief remains the same. Thank you. Again, folks, Samson told Liberia Public Radio, this is what we do. Those of you that are joining us the first time, we pray, and then we start our tapata. Samson told Liberia Public Radio. I'm being joined now by Jerry Bagon, of course, who in the last, I noticed something here within the last 2 or 3 days. Jerry has now taken the latitude or the opportunity to disagree with me and vehemently disagree with me, even though he and I were still partner in this whatever it is we're doing, but he's disagreeing with me now more than but I don't know which one we're going, but let's see what's going to happen here tonight. But he has the right, folks, even though he's the co-host, but he has the right to disagree with me. There's nothing wrong with it. We don't have to be singing the same tone. In fact, the more we talk, the better we become, and the more we understand each other. So nothing's wrong with Jerry disagreeing with me. However, the liberal, I'm the political guru on this platform, folks. You know me. I'm the political guru on this platform. My political activities, my political analysis, and everything else, it's beyond reproach. I am above everything else. Samson told folks. What people say, and they say, Mom, Cherry, I consider myself the best. So, but anyhow, on a very serious note, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Let me go on We will be talking a lot of some serious stuff here tonight. And let me see, I think Jerry's by. Let me see, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry's by. Okay. Jerry, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. I haven't established any kinds of talking point, so to speak, here yet. What is on your plate tonight, sir?
Well, there's a lot on my plate. We can go with the saga that's going on. Anyway, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever you are hearing us from part of the world. So thank you for tuning in. The legislature, the saga that's going on about the money from those that are returning to Liberia, the money, So I mean, it is completely out of control. The crime in Liberia is completely out of control. So
yeah,
we got a lot to we got a lot to talk about. And it is, the missing thing is I was doing a
research. Are you there, Jerry?
Today. Yeah, I'm here. You can hear
all
me?
Right. So, Jerry, something going on in Rhode Island or whatever with the internet service. Okay, go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
There's something going on in Liberia right now. Before then, people used to steal $100, hundreds of dollars. People used to steal $1,000. Now, anybody that's stealing Liberia $1 million we're talking about. Nobody steal less than $1 million anymore in Liberia. Let's Snow said the economy is growing. And when they impeached you with 5,000, now from that 5,000 it went to 10 to 5,000, 15 to 15,000, 25,000. So it is important. I'm speaking from a criminology perspective, somebody who studied human behavior analysis. So it is important to know the genesis of the thing, how it started, the post-war, what had led us to be where we are today. It is amazing. Someone who believe in data, someone who believe in research and produce evidence to the Liberian people so they will understand how we got here. That's why I'm a talking point tonight, and I hope I can make my case to the Liberian people.
Thank you, Jerry. I also I want to say this here before we go on. There are no brothers and sisters, during the campaign, those of us that vigorously campaigned for this government, and they said we were being ridiculous, and indeed we were being ridiculous at times, but we were very serious. Now, because the government, we seem to be having corruption scandal over scandal after scandal after scandal. Now they're thinking and they're suggesting that we should be regret our action and that we should denounce our involvement. And I'm saying to them, what planet Earth are you coming from? Why should I, Samson, to regret my decision? And but on a very serious note, Jerry, during the campaign, you tell me you have George Weah on one side, you have President Baka on the other side. Why would I want to go with George Weah when I know George Weah and his people behavior? Why would even forget about campaign issue? Why would I want to pick a person who activities and his lack of interest in the developmental agenda of Liberia? Why would I want to pick him? So we didn't know 9 months later that we were going to have these kinds of scandal over scandal and scandal, but that's not the issue. So I have no regret. I have no regret. Do it again, I will do it all over. I'll be here dancing for President Baka. I will do it all over. Because the thing is, President was presenting and making a case that as an intellectual, a case you can support. So there's no reason for me to change or try to be regretful on whatever decision that I make. And I just want to put that in. But let me say this, Jerry. Let me say this. In as much as I like the Spoon Network, because they're holding people's feet to the fire, but what I suspect that the papi got high, you can't push the papi around. And I think even if the papi is trying to make some serious decision, because these people on that network trying to stay ahead of the curve, I think that they're because if the papi come out and make any decision, people will say, "Oh, but that Spoon decision he following," and being mindful of that. I think he's pretty much standing still and not getting involved. People are doing investigation, report that most likely are coming to him, but he's not going to let Samson and the rest of the social media network try to run his government or run his government through that process. And I think he's holding fast to those kinds of things. But the issue for me, with respect to these scandal, corrupt scandal, in fact, by the way, I understand that we might have the, what's his name, the guy that they're talking about, we might have him on ELBC tomorrow. So it'll be an interesting conversation.
Which one, Jackson? Who, Jackson?
No, not Jackson, the chief himself. I don't know his name. I've never gotten his name. But he might come on ELBC tomorrow. So if he does it, just for him to clear his name to defend himself. Okay.
Oh, the refugee status commission.
Yeah. So
on the ARA or something.
On Spoon, he's already been indicted.
It is something like it is.
No. I think some. I think forget it, but he's already being indicted on Spoon. So going on Spoon, I think is going to be futile. It's not going to yield any kind of good result. So I think can be on ELBC, which is a country network, national network for the country, coming there to explain yourself would make sense. And I think it will be interesting conversation. But let's go back to why don't we discuss Flanty Kofa a little bit, then we jump onto this refugees situation. So Flanty, like I said, I'm gonna take a little bit. Last night we didn't see you guys, and I was on fire, Jerry. I was on fire last night.
Yeah, yesterday. I travel a lot. I travel a lot.
Okay.
Yes, time.
So
by the time.
The liberal, he was very, very ridiculous. The liberal was very ridiculous yesterday. There was no holding back. Nobody could stop the liberal. He was on fire. But tonight, I think I'm going to change the tone a little bit, because I think, and there's those of us that are much older, I think to say I'm standing my ground in the interest of the Liberian people, as we discuss the issue of Liberia, to say I'm going to stand my ground, it does not bode well for all of us. So I think it's better for us to soften our tone and open up to dialogue and leave room for compromise. I think that's the best way we're going to do it. However, these young people that are serving, that want to remove Flanty Kofa, they are not doing anything to build the institution. If you want to remove Flanty Kofa, go to the House of Representatives. You get the number, put your number up. If you don't have the number, leave it alone. But for all of you to stop, the person, it's just like, Samson told, I remember when I was little, I went to, my mom cooked, I think she cooked, and I came from school, there was rice in the room, but then they closed, they locked the door, they were on the farm, so that when they come home, she can cook and blend that thing so that everybody will eat. But I was hungry, I wanted to eat, so I opened the window. Now, I forgot that window, right in front of that window, is where they have the biggest mirror in the house. And as soon as I opened the window and tried to get through that window, now, even if I try my best to close the window nicely, the mirror gets all scattered all over the place. They're going to find out anyway. So I'm thinking to myself, what do I do? Do I say somebody was running after me? I'm trying to join the house. Okay, why didn't you use the front door or the back door? So when my mom came home, I went to meet her. She had her, the wood and coming from the farm. So I ran over. I said, I broke the mirror. What mirror? I said, in your room. Well, how you got that? I went through the window. Why? I was hungry. But what you going in there for food there? Yeah, that the food I wanted to eat. She said, okay. Thank you for telling me what you were. My dad kid, they started telling me that mirror when I was in Bapa, I dug Gamma, that the mirror I bought for all kinds of stuff. It's still ringing in my ear, So, but the way the people are doing stealing now, Jerry, is something that I think Liberians should not be somehow they shouldn't get used to these kinds of stealing. They shouldn't be numb to these kinds of stealing. It's just too much. And as President Baka would say, corruption is like a cancer, Jerry. If you steal from these entities, the way Flandikufa explained to us, if these things are really true, why are they doing this to us? We don't have much revenue generation process in the country, except for few, the steel plant and stuff like that. But our whole economy is strictly based on international goodwill. If the people feel sorry for us, they give us something. And we're trying to steal it for ourselves. Where are we going, Jerry? Where are we going? I'll give you another example. There was a guy, there is a guy, he's in South America. He contacted Mambiera, well, I call him Biera. He's here, one of the Liberty Party gurus right next to me. That he wanted to do asphalt business, and he has an asphalt that we call a cool mix. You don't need to heat it up, but that's a business he wants to do in West Africa. So the contact him, and my brother called me. I called this guy. We were talking, and I said, if you want to do anything like that, because the transportation is going to be a little bit difficult. So why don't you try to open an asphalt plant in Liberia? And the asphalt plant doesn't require much. And he's thinking, okay, he's going to go back to the investor, and then he was going to get back with me. But then I thought to myself, if the guy called me, I'll tell you, he said, forget it. Forget it. Because I'm not going to face people who will want kickback. I just don't have that stomach. I just don't have that stomach. I don't have a stomach to go over there, take somebody, and then the person, they're asking for kickback, something that's going to benefit the country. Because when you go there, first of all, you got to train people to run the asphalt plant. You got to make sure they understand, they make design of all the kind of engineers going to be working there. And they will make good money. But the process itself, for me, this guy's supposed to call me next week or something like that. I got two choices. One, I don't even pick up his call. Like he called my better brother, I tell him, say, no, I don't want to do it again. Or I tell him, man, I don't want to do it. But if I tell him direct, I don't want to do it, he'll want to know why. So you better have to stay away from him, Jerry. But the way these young people are stealing nowadays, it's amazing. It's amazing. But let me ask you, since you having a criminal justice background, without you throwing a book at these people, what are some of the things that perhaps you think it can be done for the people to ease this stealing business in our country?
But you see, thank you for asking that question. I don't know who it's not fraud, it's not Macret, but Swift justice is also important. I know who theory was that, about maybe somebody who listened to the show, they can come and tell me the theory. But they say you have to serve justice, if you're a child or something, they gotta be punished so they will be real, so they can realize what they have done. But if you wait after 2-3 days, if you punish them, they finish forgetting. If you punish them, they finish forgetting why you are punishing them. They will say, but daddy, what are you punishing me for? But you see, any story yesterday that I was punishing, so it's not, they will not realize what they have done. One of the things is that I try to go back and try to do a research on how we got here. Why people why did from the government itself. Look at the Senate, look at the senator and representative. Let's go back 2005 when Ellen Johnson became president. Okay, I try to connect, maybe putting my human thinking criminality on my head and see where we are. Co-local Liberia at that time, post-war, 2005, we had just came from out of war. And what about our GDP at that time? GDP is zero because of post-war. And the president, the Unity Party-led government, 2006 won the election. Of 2005, we have the election. 2006, they won the election. The first proposal was $15,000 per representative for the house, both the lower house and the lower house and the upper house. People who listen to our show, how much would Liberia GDP, and you say project, because GDP is based upon your growth income, okay, domestic product, GDP. What was she thinking to say, yes, we're going to give the people $15,000? Go back and look at the GDP of the G7 or the G9, you want to call it. Maybe in the great United States. At a time, if you look back, people were making $7.50 minimum wage, maybe $10 an hour, maximum. Maximum. Canada, USA, Australia, or Germany, England. Just think. I want you to think. So we are still fighting for food to make $15 an hour in the 21st century. And knowing it fully well, Liberia do not have that amount of money. And you're going to tell the Liberian people you gave. So you see what we have done? We've invested this thing, and that's where going on today in our country. The people had used to the money. We cannot support ourselves, and this is the reason they cause. You see, in criminal justice, we got three threes: opportunity cost and motivation. What causes a person to steal? That's the first thing. You must have the motivation. You must have the opportunity and the cost. I think like I'm in a classroom, but it is.
That's okay.
But here we are, post-war. We are just 24 years in the 21st century, and we cannot sustain ourselves. Like you just alluded to, we have to go out of the country to be able to get money, to be able to sustain ourselves. We can't even make teaching in our country. We got to import teaching in our country. We can't even get rest in our country. But now people are stealing. The least people steal the answer is $1 million. So we laid the foundation. The origin of the thing started 2005, 2006. Because the lifestyle that we are living now, we cannot sustain it. The representative and the senator. So anybody who now.
But let me hold you there and ask you this question quickly.
Yeah.
You think Madam Salih's intent was to use that opportunity to build a middle class? You think that was her intent?
No, because she wanted all her bills to pass. She started bribing the representative and senator because she was post-war. We wanted everything to pass in the legislature, and she knew very well government cannot sustain these people. And just imagine, think about it. I want you to think for our listeners. The international party say they raise Liberia debt and say, you know what? Say no more. We pardon you. You got no more debt in the world. We free all your debt. You start a new life. Go. It's like you got cancer, for example, or you got Parkinson's disease. And God say, you know what? You are free. Go and sin no more. They give you new blood. They give you everything new. They gave everything new in our country. We could have built on it. We could have built on it. Rather than, at least, we could have come up with maybe less than $1,000. We cannot even sustain our own budget. So today, we have the issues on hand. Look what happened on October 14, when the bribery scandal broke at the Capitol building. Where are these people? What is the origin? So we have to, deeper than where we think we are, we have to find the cause of the cancer before we can cure it, or we can put a Band-Aid. And right now, we can't even find a Band-Aid to put on it. The second thing I want to go further is, here we are, people have not been prosecuted. And people have not been arrested. Look, people come here and say, oh, you got to get probable cause. No, let's do probable cause. We can arrest you. If you believe there's a crime is committed, you can arrest the individual. I can arrest you, detain you, and we got evidence. I don't have to. You see, here's the thing people fail to realize here. There's an investigation, interrogation. Interrogation, that means I have had enough evidence on you that I begin to confront you with evidence. That these are the issues. Where were you yesterday? You went to work today. Where were you? Then I begin to pull it. But interrogation, that means I'll bring you to the office and say, sit down here. These are the things we have to focus on. But the important thing on the issues. Look, Mr. To, Liberia need a strong, robust, swift justice in our country. Look at what happening to our police people committed a crime and there's no arrest. Look at all the refugees. I mean, I will go list by list. Look at the refugee starter. People they're making Google or list. All the lists that I've listened to Spoon, all the lists that they call, all the telephone number they call, did not exist.
So, the interesting thing about that, though, back in the day, the $25 million map out, they followed the same thing. Bringing people, putting people numbers down, that don't exist.
But that's what I'm saying.
When are we going to get out of this, Jerry?
Because we are laid a foundation, we are building our life or lavish life, and we cannot sustain it. If you're going to approach a girl or you man or woman come approach you, she buy you the expensive perfume, you buy her the expensive perfume, and sometimes you cannot sustain her or she cannot sustain you anymore. And guess what you're going to do?
So you know the father of the nation, you know him well. Why you think this is taking time for him to respond? Why, you know, all these things that have been listed on Spoon TV, the drug agency, no result yet. The central bank investigate, nothing yet. The public works SACA, nothing yet. All of these little stuff. The only speedy stuff we saw here was Adi Moda, who resigned, by the way. So you know this old man. You've met with him several occasions. You is running this show, or the old man himself is running this show?
Well, I'm not going to make excuse. The boss stop with you. So say FDI, the boss stop with me. He's the president. He's in the driver's seat. So we can come here and say, Crispy, the individual, the boss stop with the president. He have to make some hard decision. And the president, these are people who have to make recommendation. Okay? These are people who have to make recommendation. This person need to be in the place. The person needs to be in the place. Mr. President, this is what's going on. You have to, you are here. You as an engineer, you go to your chief of engineer. Look, we have to do this. This need to be done. This road need to be fixed, and this need to be fixed. I'm not shaving the blame from the president himself. We have to hold him fire to his feet, but he got to act. Let's go list by list. Let Atem this thing. So, LDEA, we stay hard acting. Why you are not make a decision? We got qualified people. People who study criminal justice, people who study homeland security, people who study, in fact. So it's an easy position to fill in Liberia.
Yeah, but one of the easy positions. Is it most of those people that perhaps who are qualified you're talking about are not anxious to go home, are not anxious to take on those positions, even if they are
willing to go home tonight. Call me, tell the president, say, let him call me. I will go serve. Indeed, indeed. But no, but all seriousness, you have to find people that are willing to work or that are willing to work. And you see, we are selfish. I always say it on the show, we are selfish. We are arrogant. Yeah, what I say, we are selfish. Instead of say, look, let's find Jerry back home. He specializes in the area. Let's bring him home and say, oh, this is going to go. Mr. Tope, you going to Liberia. It's not a luxury.
No, of course not.
No, going home. You leaving from here, you go to Liberia. It's not a luxury. Because I know the money I'm making, that's not the government going to pay me in Liberia. Okay? And you go into Liberia, it also is an advantage to the Liberian people. But some of them will go there will turn to criminal as well. Let me make that extension. So some people go there to follow, they change. But you who have Liberia at heart, and the only way Liberia can be built is ourselves. Nobody going to build Liberia. We have to change our attitude. We got to change our behavior. We got to put Liberia first. We got to put our party second. We can put the individual second. Or we can put the individual second. We put the Liberian people until we can realize that. Let me conclude. You see, toward doctrine. Toward doctrine. Toward used to fire people in the morning. Do doctrine. By year 2 o'clock, or hey, Liberia here, that means somebody, they're ready to fire you. Toward 8 o'clock, people never used to go to work. Toward say, if you never video where at 8 o'clock, guess what?
I remember that.
Yeah? I was smart. I was smart. Yeah?
He used to visit people offices in the morning.
Thank you. So you see, it's a deterrent. That's what I said from the beginning of the show. It's a deterrent. You as a leader, you have to set the precedent. Because right now everybody think, oh, this is it. Look, let's go back a little bit. Since we're talking on criminality here. Mr. Booker have done well in every aspect. In his administration, the first of it comes for former minister and other people to be indicted on the issue. So these are issues we need to. I mean, he accomplished something, but the one that he accomplished less than the one that he had not accomplished. First of all, we need to change. We need to get a special court to expedite some of the criminal the cases that are on the docket at the Temple of Justice. It's my belief, honorable belief.
Let me welcome Ambassador Roosevelt down, who was able to build.
I am watching you from.
Well, yeah, one of the best clinic. Before you get to Secretary or something like that, he had a clinic on the highway. A beautiful big clinic, and he has a picture on his picture. I tell you, are going to be elected in that era, but he was not successful. Good evening, sir. Thank you for joining us. But Jerry, I'm still Ambassador Dan. I'm still the liberal, but we're not your type. The way y'all do CDC business. I wonder what we do here. You people were the praise singer, but for us, when we see something is not right, we will call it out with respect and obey and follow this president. We're supporting it everywhere. But when we see something that is not right, we'll call it out. So we're different. We are not the sedition or the reaction. You might call Waka Shen or whatever it is you call up, but we have 102. Go ahead, Jerry.
The ambassador saying about age. Sit down with Buckeye. That mentality is stay at tight. I give it to him. I don't know how he does it. I can't tell you. If you meet Mr. Buckeye right now, you and him said, His Excellency, you and him meet. And Mr. To, you meet him again after maybe 2 years or 3 years, he will call you by your full name.
But let me ask you this.
So when they say old age, maybe physically, yeah, but mentally, he stays strong.
I'm not going with that.
I just want to
the man old. Okay, we give it to them, but the man flock them. Why that the age was now come to
what I say. But yes, go ahead, sir.
Let's have this conversation here. What do you think is the reason here that the father of the nation is yet to speak? Because one of the things that I noticed also during the campaign, whatever opportunity the father of the nation had, he would speak to the people, whether have a press conference or speak to the people through writing or speeches. Yeah. But for some reason,
Francis calling from say in Bangor or something.
Yeah. Welcome, Francis. Thank you. But what do you think behind this reason of his silence, so to speak? I mean, Liberians are wondering what happened, what is going on. Because you think about it, President Baka is not the type that will wait for people to speculate. During the campaign, he was telling people we have to work together and be able to provide adequate and fresh information to our people so they will understand exactly what we're doing. What happened to that message? Why you think we're like this now? What the reason you think?
Well, you see, I'll be honest. They are put Mr. Buckeye in a bubble. And he have to make a decision. Like I said, the boss start with him. They put in a bubble. Oh, Mr. President, you can do it, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. It's about time you as a leader to take the lead and say, this is my administration. This is your work on my administration. And these are the issues we were elected to execute this thing. Right now, Mr. Excellency, to my belief, all of us believe here you've been put in a bubble. That's the whole thing. That's what I have seen the enforcement. They are put Mr. Buckeye in the bubble, but he have to make the decision that hey, administration, when tomorrow everybody will go. But that
I was one of those that thought the president has the ability to resist, because I know when I'm one of those I say if we're not careful, and there are certain people because during the campaign there are three people: those who will follow you because of your ability to lead, those who will follow you not because of your ability to lead, but they follow you because what you're trying to get rid of, they also want to get rid of. And the best way to get rid of it is to merge with you. They have no interest in your agenda. They have no interest in supporting you, but they just want that to achieve that goal. And there are those who come in, they have no interest in you. They have no interest what you're trying to get. They just want to be there because it's a thing people are doing. So, but I thought President Baka, as far as I see, I thought he has the ability, to be honest with you, that he can quickly recognize those things and say, no, this is not where we want to go. But for some reason, Jerry, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that in this president. What do you think is happening here? Do you really believe that he has accepted to be in this bubble?
Well, I mean, it still remains to be seen, but I know when I met Buckeye almost going to 20 years, the thing that drew me to you when I left CDC, I said, no, I'm done with politics. I'm going to go do something different. I'm done with politics. And unfortunately, I was able to meet with him, and he sat down, and we talked for maybe like 2-3 hours. And he convinced me. He convinced me. He convinced me. And I believe in him. And I can say this on the record. Whenever he comes to Rhode Island or when I went to Liberia, he had his little part. Even when he comes to Rhode Island, we will be going places. We're taking places. And you have his part. Let me just say literally. Sometimes he will see something, we'll go to some of the official building, offices and stuff like that. How did it done? If we ask you a question, how did it done? You explain to him, he will take a note. But where are the notes? To be honest. If you sit with Mr. Buckeye, let me fast forward. This going when you were here October 2nd. And we sat down with him. And he emphasized on the issues that we need to build Liberia. We depend on you people who in the diaspora to come home and build this country. We're looking up to you. And someone will take it very seriously. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know yet.
Yes, the interesting thing, perhaps you know,
that's not a person that I know, Mr. Bagashi.
Yeah, that is the confusing part from my perspective as well. But yes, the interesting thing, we were told yesterday that very shortly the president is going to go on a country tour. Now, my thing is, there are two things that are going to happen here. If he goes to the county tour and they turn to Tubman County tour or Tuba County tour or Doe County tour, then we have a problem. Because usually what will happen in those days, when they go to the county tour, instead of having an honest conversation with the people who are being affected by the day-to-day activities of the economy or what have you, the officials of the county, they will bring people to talk to the president who they will have given them certain message And these messages, they are upfront, they are the talking point from the county officials to prep themselves. And I will hope that the president will find reason to say, they bring somebody, you say, no, I don't want to talk to the president, I'll go get somebody from the street right now. If he does that 1 or 2 times, they will come to themselves. But I think this bubble stuff here, I'm not ready yet. The liberal is not quite on board to accept that, yes, indeed, my president is in bubble. Got your phone? Okay.
Yeah, that's my phone.
Okay. So I'm not quite ready yet to accept that, that our president is, yes, indeed, in bubble. Reason I'm saying this is that the president has the ability to observe and take note, as you correctly stated. Well, I don't know him. He doesn't know me. He doesn't even know my name. But those of us that have observed him over the year, what you stated is quite correct. So I'm hoping that when he comes back from the county tour, that indeed he would take stock of what is happening in the county and come and report to the Liberian people. And come in and have a not press conference, but face, somehow speak to the nation of what is happening in the country. And I'm hoping that will be, let me bring in Dr. Mari here. I'm hoping that will be the case, because if he does that, if he comes in after the county tour and be honest with the Liberian people, nobody expects the president to have a manja wine. No. In fact, I think many Liberians have accepted the fact that they will somehow tone down their expectation, and the expectation factors, toning down the expectation factor has already been taking root. So Liberians have accepted that. And I believe Liberians also know that this president, the thing about Liberia that I know, as long as you continue to do your best, they will recognize it, that yes, he's not able to do everything, but he's working towards it. And I think once the president comes back from this county tour that the people are talking about, and speak to the nation, to say, yes, indeed, I am aware of the bad roads condition. I am aware of the high prices in the county. I know these things. Liberians, I want you to know that we are working on it. One of the things that I do note about this president, he is believable. People believe him when he goes to the international community, even here, even when he comes now. He talks to you, you're convinced easily because he's believable. He doesn't present himself as somebody who is there to make up story. So I think when he come by and have a conversation with the nation, to say, be truthful, not so much of trying to get rid of the minister then who not performing. That's not my issue. That's their problem. But speak to the Liberian and say, I know, I've seen, and we will work toward it. Like he used to, the speeches he used to make. We will build this country together. And he come back again in his 9 months and say, I've been here 9 months and I've seen, but yet still getting to where I would expect us to be at this time. I have high hopes as your leader. I have high hopes, but we're not there yet. I am also disappointed in myself of not being able to get to where I want to get. But I want you guys to work with me, stay with me. Let's work together and make sure we produce the best, because this country belongs to all of us. I think if the president come across like that, I think people will stay with him. But if he come back from the county tour and he does nothing and act like other presidents that come from the county tour and all they do is, after palm wine and that's it. Liberians are sophisticated nowadays. It will go a long way against his goodwill. As far as I'm concerned, he still have a honeymoon. Probably he still have a honeymoon with the Liberian people, and he has lots and lots of political capital right now. But he cannot afford for the political capital to be spin at this moment. Let me welcome Dr. Mali. Dr. Mali, thank you for joining us. Thanks for you getting with us. What's on your plate, or do you care to contribute to what we have in the conversation? Join us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Libra. My greetings to Mr. Bacon and the Honorable Libra. Well, I've just been following some of the optimistic statement you're making on the platform tonight for and on behalf of His Excellency, the President Joseph Boakai. But the type of population we are dealing with and the type of country we now have on hand, such jargon doesn't really work. President Boakai is now being viewed in line of his utterances in the past. No one hate this old man, he's our president. But His Excellency have been able to create so much hope. He created so much hope in the people of for the people of Liberia, to the point where when he slept, people feel uncomfortable. Because it's like people are now drawing a parallel line between His Excellency and all the things he kicked against under His Excellency, under former President Weah. There where the Liberian people are right now. They try to see the difference. And His Excellency came on the mantra of change. He came on the mantra of rescue. And we know, I don't know about other people, but I think the three of us will agree that the team His Excellency put together is a team that comes from diverse background. It's a team that each member of that team have got their own subset interests. The president can do much, but he doesn't know the hearts of all the people he brought together to work with him. Some will be deceitful.
Let me welcome Terry. Terry, thank you for joining us.
Some will be deceitful. Some will play double standard role, and all these things will affect him as president. So the issue of him making the counter tour, I agree with you. It's a very good thing. He will always be getting back to the people. But the president's hands are tied right now. He doesn't have parliament on his side to get some of his agenda moving. And the only lone man that was standing in the middle of the field to work with him, the Speaker Kofa, now they try to cut his pantry down. Okay? And most of the people that are currently working with His Excellency is conglomeration of people from people that supported him. Those are people that brought people to work with these people because he trusts them. He doesn't know all of them. And they have come with different agenda. So after the counter tour, instead of he coming to tell the people there's a misstep in politics, you don't do that. I think what he needs to do, he needs to put his feet down. The last time we were on the platform, I said something about precedent. If the children are stealing and 3 are stealing, give them equal punishment. But don't tell one to go to bed as a punishment. Then you tell one you are denied food as a punishment, and the other one you whip the other one very well. You don't do that. Then you'll be applying what we call the divide and rule game. And this is what Joseph Boakai His Excellency is doing, and he had to stop that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution there. Let me welcome Terry. Terry, thank you for joining us. We're talking about a whole host. I hope you've been watching. We're talking about a whole host of issues here tonight. What is on your plate, or do you care to continue with this conversation that we're having?
Well, what is on my plate is the president position. Hi to the panel, Dr. Mali and Mr. Bacon, and to you, Libra, the celebrity and the legendary.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
said,
We had
Terry,
a clash last night,
you
but it
want
was
to get in
a
trouble
good
on the
clash.
platform? The greeting should first of all start with the liberal before it comes to the plebeian.
You see,
But I like to make the moderator. I like to make the moderator the last because he is the master of the ceremony. But
last time
again,
the liberal just won some people on this platform. You forgot? Are you forgotten?
but Labor know I stand in his corner.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're with
okay.
me. You're with me. You're with me. Go ahead, Terry. Make a point.
So, however, Labor will warn you because Labor know your position. So, however, you know, my attention is drawn to the president, the newly released, and all of that. You know, for me, I don't want to talk about the host issue now because, you know, the process, we already know what's going on, you know, and that is what it is. But our the president letter to ambassadors Alash, I don't know why, you know, he would join them also to restart the program. That is my concern. I thought that
What is what is in there that is concerning you?
well, he's withdrawing everybody from the whole thing. My only concern is how long will he take to, you know, reposition those people.
The Nova people stepping on your life, Terry.
The
Your life,
Lofian.
your era getting darker.
The liberal, yeah. So who behind it now?
The Lofian can do nothing to me because
Yeah,
they know
but you got
that.
to press. I bet you, as soon as you take one pressing word, you see that? Just because we talk about the light now come back on. You see it? You see what I'm talking about? Just because I ask you to praise the president, the light come on. Oh, you see? You see? But go ahead, Terry. Go ahead.
You see, you don't have your car tail anymore.
I
So
know.
that power is taken from you.
When we move in a new house, that cartel, the wife says she don't want to see that thing. You was it says the only way you will see if I put a cross, I put a Jesus Christ cross onto the carpet.
Oh God. That woman is in my corner. Yeah, I clap for her. But
I'll get
anyway,
my cartel. But go ahead, Jerry.
I see why Mr. So have been winning you these few days because
I don't have
cartel is not there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The other day, he and Dr. Maliki on your show, they stepped the whole show.
They stepped the whole show. If I have my cartel, they won't do that.
Your co-host did not redeem you. I don't know. What's going on?
Yeah. Cool. Because I don't have my cartel. So
You see what you anyway, go ahead. I
don't want to hold you inside Mr. Bago. But anyway.
That's all right. Look.
Anyway.
You gotta say in Liberia, what water will care, right? They can make all that noise. What water will care, right?
So what the president decision, I just meant to ask you that because I was kind of confused and why did he do that? I think Mr. Bacon can answer that because he's a security guy, you know, to put a halt on all the diplomatic operation and withdraw everybody. I don't understand, but my fear is how long will he take to restart the process? Is just a temporary thing or, you know? Yeah.
Let me be very frank with you here. What my suspicion on that, when you usually those kind of thing, when you see them, when I come on, don't make those my lead. That means I have some serious doubt as well. My suspicion on this, Terry, is that, and I could be wrong, is that the scandal, the corrupt behavior, and the corruption scandal within this government, it has gotten so loud. The noise about the corruption scandal has gotten so loud. The police involved, this person, that entity, and all that kinds of stuff. So I think these people, being a politician, a good politician as they perhaps was doing something to see how they can distract the attention of these corrupt people who listen and talking about it, it's a way to divert the attention a little bit to listen and the argument. So they throw it out there, so perhaps it can become another topic for discussion. And so I believe, I could be wrong, but overall, for me, if you just look at it from the face value, because I saw during Madam Salif time, the former ambassador Jeremiah from Bon County, Jeremiah Slunter, came here, came here in Sacramento, and I was one of those entourage that followed him from Sacramento all the way to LA, and he had a discussion with a guy who wanted to be, how do you call it, some kind of ambassador or something like that, consulate or whatever it is, and from their discussion, there was a lot of I was not satisfied with the kind of discussion they were having, the money being thrown around, but I never participated in it because I was not quite comfortable with it. So I think the president calling these people by is a way, if you look at it from the top, it's a way to recalibrate the whole process, because there are some people that are carrying a diplomatic passport that really do not deserve it. And I think calling those people by perhaps give him the opportunity to clean house, so to speak. That would be my take on it. But go ahead, close it, then I can go back to Jared.
Yeah, so I'll just read what it
So
says.
we're gonna have about 30 more minutes or so, and then we'll call it quit for the night. Go ahead.
I just want to read what it says. It says, breaking news by directive of President H.E. Joseph Yeman Barker, all ambassadors at large, special envoys, and trade and investment representatives are hereby canceled with immediate effect. Reappointments will be made based on the country's governance need for the role in the current dispensation. The reappointment will also come with clear and specific terms of references and reporting lines with the framework of the country's foreign policy direction. So that was what Geraldine Pia spoke today. I don't know whether if the people that was appointed were not appointed the right way. So as a result, the president canceled with immediate effect or whatever. Anyway, yeah, maybe, I will join your conversation as we go along. Okay. That's just my
Thank you. Go ahead, Jerry.
Let me come in there. You see, it is important those who hold the Liberian passport, especially those that are in foreign service. I'm talking about ordinary passport, but especially when you're in a diplomatic field. Somebody will serve there for some time. But the question here is accountability to see who all had the Liberian diplomatic passport, who is acting on Liberian passport. There's a lot. I mean, I'm not there anymore, so I cannot speak to you, but based upon my experience and the positions that are working, those who hold the passport is very significant because they are complete representation of the Liberian government. So it's an assessment, reassessment. It's like you're working right now, where you work. There's certain time kind of say, hey, your password, everything is, we're going to change all your password. We're going to give you a new password. So that's what it is. I mean, like you said, if you read the content of that letter, said those are need urgency. They'll be reinstated as expeditiously. I mean, they don't put a word, but they say those that need urgency will be out of there. So these are the things. So it is good in the interest of the Liberian government. It's also in good rapport with the international government or international body to make sure that those who they say they are, so they can be who they say they are. I mean, personally, having worked in that area, I think it's a good thing to be.
Thank you. Dr. Malley?
Yeah.
The mic is yours.
Well, I think the executive branch of government is a very wise branch of government, and every decision has got a reason. And maybe they might have suspected something because, in the diplomatic cycle, there are so many people out there riding on Liberian, going as Liberians, and I don't have all the evidence on my hand, but I think there's a good reason for which His Excellency is taking the decision. Maybe he might have noticed some loophole, and he's being advised by the foreign minister, and for which he's taking the decision. So coming to recalibrate on this appointment, I think we just need to give it a chance, wait and see, because if what Terry just read, that people will be reassigned based on need and the necessity of what they're going for, to me, I think it's a very good thing. Because in most time, most times, some people are just assigned to this country, whether there's a need there or no need there, or whether it's very important. We need money right now. And all those diplomatic error.
Dr. Toto, please.
Thank you, Dr. Toto. You see, whether there's a need, because right now, actually, a laborer will looking for money. And to be frank with you, to finance the diplomatic mission is not an easy thing. It's a huge budget. So I think I agree with the president. They'll look for where it's of real priority, But I think the decision should have been taken earlier by the foreign minister, because she advises the president where the needs are. So I don't know whether she made some blunder somewhere, but these things should have been done earlier. It is never healthy to do this appointment and less than few seconds you withdrawing them, then someone has been either advised or they didn't do their homework properly, and I laid this shoulder on the shoulder of the foreign minister. Yes.
Why will you? But Liberal, can I come here a little bit?
I come in and let me finish, Terry.
All right, Lancer Terry can take it.
This is a sensitive era. This president, he don't just get and jump into offices because he wants to jump there because he's the president. The foreign minister advises the president when it comes to foreign matters, including appointments and qualifications. So there's no way His Excellency will take the decision in the absence or without the advice of the foreign minister. I doubt it seriously.
Thank you. Terry, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just want to agree with him on one thing, is that there were people that were appointed by this government in those areas. All right. And if he is canceling everything, the appointment, immediate effect, all the kind of thing, and the last 1 year say it is important to state that we will ensure that the process will be dignified and all those who serve will be properly notified and thanked for their respective service to the country. So my thing is there somebody employing people without the acquiescence of the president? That's the thing. So the president discovered now that there were appointments made that was not in cohesion with his appointment. So as a result, he can't. This decision is very harsh, because there have been people appointed in that position. And to Dr. Matt, I don't want to believe that the president got the advice from.
So what you're suggesting, Terry? I don't mean to interrupt. What you're suggesting, Terry, Jerry? What Terry is suggesting? If that holds, then the idea of Dr. Of course, Dr. Wakai to me. Then of course, President Wakai being in the bubble, most likely it's not happening yet, because if he's in the bubble, he's not going to question any of those people's decisions.
Right.
But if he's in a bubble, I mean, if he's in a bubble, he's not going to question. But if he's not in a bubble, then perhaps what Terry is saying, maybe somebody was appointed without his knowledge, and instead to say that person alone removed, he's thinking to himself, all these people that names they're coming here, maybe this is how they've been. So let's bring everybody back. So, but if that is the case, and as we go around now to wrap it up, so we'll get close. If that is the case, then there's an inner battle. There's a battle that is going on within the inner circle of the president, to be honest with you. If He's recalling these people because somebody made an appointment, and he thinking that that appointment should not have been made, and it was not to my knowledge. So bring everybody. That means there's a battle within the inner circle of the president, and that's going to be interesting to know. Let me come to you, Jerry. You're going to take us on. Let me come back to you and Dr. Mali for your closing, and whatever it is, wrap everything together and give us your closing, please.
Oh, this one going home now, 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Teaching now?
No. I'm in control. I'm running the show.
No. I said simple question. I said we're going home 9 o'clock now.
Yeah. You are going home 9 o'clock. I'm running the show.
No, I said, are we going home 9 o'clock now?
We're going home 9:30.
Yes, you don't understand.
Oh,
say
I
yes.
just want to know. You know, when changes.
Do you have a rapping, Dr. Mali, or you and myself going to have a rock and roll?
I said that the same thing Colin is saying, Terry Colin is saying here. It now appears the president don't have grip over his government. It now appears that a lot of people are running the government, and either His Excellency is relaxing, and one man is just running the show. That what it appears here.
Just a minute.
That my rapping. No, give me chance. No, that my rapping.
Okay,
no, that my rapping. You gotta give me chance. Such a rapper. And I will rap up the proper way. It seems to be the president is taking some nap. And he's not having total control over his government.
No. That kind of rapping. That kind of bubble rapping, Dr. Mali. You can't say that my father is taking a nap on the job. That kind of rapping, that's not what I want to hear. Please bring another rapping. Hurry up, please, quick.
Okay.
You're in the wrong terrain tonight, so you gotta.
I will agree with Mr. Collins that we have two different governments being run in Liberia. One is run by Joseph Boakai, one is run by the Minister of Presidential Affairs. He's running the show. So it now appears that some people are getting jobs and the president is not aware. You see? And this is a big disgrace, not only to the foreign minister, but it's a big disgrace to the government itself.
So let me ask you for make it 5 seconds, please.
But do you have any evidence? Do you have any evidence of that?
Wait a minute now. Co-host gotta wait. I didn't with the court with the host himself.
Before you can go to the
wait a minute now. If you put on one or closeting piece for it, let me know.
No,
I can tell the CEO to appear here.
But let me ask you that, Dr. Mali, on a very serious note. And please wrap it up very quickly for me so I can go to Terry as well. Let me ask you this. You keep bringing the foreign minister, which is quite correct, because these type of conversation, these type of division or whatever it is, they are in the purview of the foreign ministry. They are under the jurisdiction of the foreign ministry. So you're saying, or are you suggesting that the foreign minister perhaps do not have control over this whole discussion as well?
Oh, you ask a question, you disappear.
Go ahead. We're listening to you. Come. Go ahead. Let's go.
No, as I'm informed that the host is taking over. I don't want to repeat myself. The co-host is taking over.
That's what I told you. Let's go ahead. I'm listening to you. I'm taking over.
Yes.
Be back.
Very good. Libra, I don't want you to know two things here. One, no one leave from Liberia to serve as ambassador or chargé d'affaires representing Liberia in any country without the president's blessing. So where was the president, all the people around? He sent all them all over. Now he calling them back before day could break. Where was he? What is he doing?
Thank you.
There's a problem. There's a problem going on with this government.
Thank you. That's why I told you that you're no longer from Lofa County. You're from Total now. Let me go to Terry.
I see you. I said, where was he?
No. That's why I'm questioning a rhetorical question. We're not here for that. We're here to have Terry. Go ahead. Give us your rapping.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the president.
No, hold on, Dr. Mali. Please yourself and your statement. Then we'll go to Terry.
Okay. Thank you. At least give me a breathing space.
See how you sound like something often.
So what? Yeah. So what?
A co-host not here tonight. If a co-host right here, you are gonna tell a co-host back you people, turn
Right.
them off.
You sound like something often, but wow,
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah, but to I mean, on a very serious note, Libra, this is
Go ahead.
what.
Why is that?
Yeah, this is what I would have done as His Excellency.
Hmm.
Probably he noticed some people were able to go through the crack to get a job, you know, and went down there. So what I would have done as His Excellency, I would have sent the team back to the foreign minister, let him make the decision, call all these people and go through the process and give her justification. And you, as the president, you just sit back and watch the show, you know, because you will still be in the know. I think this is the direction. Yes,
I think
His
this
Excellency
because
would have gone.
I agree, and let me add something on there, because if you don't do what you're suggesting, if it happen the way it is, even any other person are gonna be called to serve, their confidence level in the foreign minister is not gonna be high, because they will believe someone else is pulling the string and not the foreign minister. So this type of stuff, the morale issue in the foreign services is going to be very, very low, to be honest with you. But let me come to you, Terry. Go ahead, give us your closing here. I think Dr. Mali is on a point. He's on. No, I don't want to give him credit. I think Jerry just made that same point before Dr. Mali took it, so I will give credit to Jerry.
Oh my God.
Liberal, when you join President Walker's team, he will be the best man. He will not even worry. So that is what it is. Actually, I think that there is an inner wrangling. And for me, at this early stage, if the president is waking up, is a good sign. Because the withdrawal was harsh. And if the president can make these kind of decisions to withdraw everybody, to me, I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint.
But let me push you a little bit, Terry. Why, if this decision is not the president, why if somebody else decided to push the president in this line and the president just nod, say, without even saying anything, and that person make that decision? You think that would be a fair situation for the service, foreign service as well?
Then it means we got to get a new president. Because
you just throw me under the bus tonight. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Bagon, but how you see it? Because if the president will make that kind of major foreign diplomatic decision because somebody push a hand, then that means like we are in trouble. But I don't want to believe that that is the case. I want to believe and think that the president is waking up, because apparently he could have gotten some security intelligence, diplomatic security intelligence, could be from the US or anywhere, to tell him that, hey, or there are some people that he might have vetted to find out that these people are not correct character-wise. And even though the story have not come to the public, but there are people maybe doing an overhaul vetting of the whole entire government structure. Because you remember now, we saw the irregularities earlier this year when the president was making these appointments. There were appointments that were made that after they were made, the president withdrew them. So we knew that the president was not making certain appointments. So what if he came to his senses and said, you know what? I mean, let me look at things over. And he found out that, hey, there are certain people in these places. He sent people to make follow-up, like you're saying now. Maybe, like the mother said, maybe he consulted the foreign minister, and the foreign minister is a woman, that woman very smart, to give him an overall review of all those that are on foreign missions that he appointed as ambassador and all of that. And maybe she made her report to him. And based upon her report, the president decided to take a decision. I don't know. But in my opinion, that decision to me could be one of the best decisions the president had ever made. And if he had made that decision, I will support it. The only problem I have is how soon enough will he be able to make appointments and carry people through the way? Because if you look at the thing, he's saying that he's going to thank the people who are there that he's not satisfied with, reappoint the one he wants to reappoint, and there are other things. There will be vetting process where people will go through the proper channel to be vetted and be enrolled into the system. So that means that something is going on. There were certain appointments that were made that did not come from the office of the president. That's my point. So the only problem I have is how soon he's going to do this reformation so our people around the world can have access to the ambassadors so that business can go on as usual. That's the thing.
Thank you. Thank you. Jerry, close us for the show.
I will look at it on a different critical perspective. And I hope that will not be the case. Let them prove me wrong. But it's another reservoir. Some brown envelopes going to be passing. No, I'm serious. Because those people who have been in the foreign service, who have established maybe their relatives or families and all in the places, and be careful what you wish for. And you know the truth in Liberia, especially what's going on when it comes to brown envelope in our country. And people are being alleged in the system who brave their way throughout. And I hope as we're making the critical decision that it was not being that case. It will be based on a merit. Those who are served, those who are hands are clean, and I hope the foreign minister will advise the president properly, which of course probably she had done that, and they'll wait and see. But you see, they wait and see is too much. Well, let's wait and see. Time is fast spent. Let's be realistic. So I hope, because you cannot leave it vacuum. It is important. Those people who hold the position, we cannot leave it open. And things we need to expedite somebody reappointment, or those who are going to be reappointed, or those who are going to, and say, thank you for your service, you are retired, and come home.
Thank you.
And let me conclude with this.
Yep.
All the people that the president is recording, or some of the people who he appointed, it's not all the people that President Baka has appointed. Most of the people anyway. So let's get it on. Let's get it.
You mean President We Are?
I said, yeah, but some of the people were from President We Are administration. Some of them who still serving. Some of them from early administration. Some of them they are still there. So it's not just Mr. Baka. Yesterday say Jeff appointed the people. So there are people who are being in there.
I'll call you back.
Well, thank you guys.
And go ahead.
Thank you, guys.
And there are career people who are in the places. We cannot just recall every one of them. There are career people who have been there, who, when you go there, they will mentor you. I know I work in that department. When you go there, they got to mentor you.
Was it a mistake to recall them? Because you already recalled them?
But Libra, I got one question for you.
Mr. Baki?
Huh?
Terry, what's your question? Hold on, Dr. Mary. What's your question, Terry?
Mr. Bako just said there are career people there that you cannot just call them from their position. So that was asking him, is it? But he already recalled them. So
no, what I'm talking about, there are certain people. That's what I'm saying. Not every one of them, because maybe you got the ambassador. The hierarchy going to stay. But there are certain, they are like maybe the charge of the Fed or somebody, ambassador. They're not recording the ambassador. Like I said, they're career professional people are in the area. So you're not going to just call me and say,
no, Dr. Toto, I'm fresh. Go ahead, Doc. What's your Dr. Malley? What's your question again?
Yeah, my question is to Mr. Barker.
Mr. Libra. The man finish. Where you going to bring the man back again?
You want to dodge the question?
Okay. The co-host said your time over, Dr. Malley. Thank you very much.
No, wait a minute now. The man want to dodge the question?
No, the co-host says your time finished. The time we don't have much time.
I'm sending the question to you.
No, but the co-host said we shouldn't even allow that. The time
the co-host, I will ask you a tough question. So he
go ahead. Okay, let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Thank you, sir. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt.
All right, what's the question?
What's the question?
No, I decline. The cohort defeated himself, so I decline.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Let's go ahead. I'm waiting for you. See,
Okay.
maybe
Message
you don't have
to ask
a
a
question.
question, but someone else question.
Okay.
Yeah, here is the
Bring your
question.
Bring your question on your show tomorrow.
No, I say here is the question.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
what is it?
His Excellency President Joseph
He
Boakai.
coming to come say something here now. The
Oh,
show
wait a
coming be
minute
over.
now. You
Now
want
watch,
give me
watch.
chance or not?
Quiet,
Or you want bury me alive?
You pay
Or what?
attention,
Okay,
you
go
pay
ahead.
attention to this.
Go ahead.
Let's go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Go
Mr.
ahead.
Co-host, you gotta listen and listen very well.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
His Excellency President Joseph Boakai, he's not an expert on foreign affairs. Does he have the legal right to recall ambassador and charge d'affaires? Then what is the role?
What are you talking about?
And what is the, give me a chance, that's my question. And what is the role of the foreign minister? Is he undermining his own foreign minister?
Thank you. We'll save that question for Sissy tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, Dr. Mali, thank you.
Your co-host here want to answer my question.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not gonna answer
okay.
the question. Can I answer it? Can I answer
All right,
it,
go
please?
ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
But you know what? Dad, I'm surprised at you to ask such a question.
Yes, I'm asking the question.
No, Dr. Mali.
No. Your co-host should not ever say, I'm surprised. I think you know what? We're coming to close on a revolutionary note right now.
Yeah.
Your co-host don't know how to answer the question. That's why you are blocking me, because you feel I alone on this platform tonight.
Good now, Jerry. Leave the question. Let's leave it.
No. Let me answer him so you can go to bed tonight. So
Go
you'll be miserable. You will be miserable. You get up. You think about me tonight. That's what it is.
Go ahead.
Already anyway. So but the president of Republic of Liberia, he's a steward. For Christ's sake.
He had no foreign survey idea.
Look, Dr. Mali, let the young man speak. Dr. Mali, let the young man speak, please.
He is the president. Let me tell you the other way. Who responsibility to appoint an ambassador? Who decide the president? Who had a responsibility to the chief justice and appoint an ambassador?
No, the foreign minister.
No.
Good night.
No.
The foreign minister.
I say, Jerry, that one say wait till
foreign minister made recommendation.
The president don't have any foreign idea.
The foreign minister do not appoint an
let's
ambassador.
say come and give you 7 levels tomorrow.
Okay.
I said
He's the presidential appointee.
And buttress you guys. What I want to say here, the president don't have no foreign idea to recall these people.
Oh, your team, isn't he?
Yeah, they're wasting my time, man.
All right, good night.
Good night, Libra.
But why Libra rushing people like this?
I got something somewhere. Bye, Damani. Don't come, they talk. Since God gonna give you the civics lesson tomorrow. Again, folks, Samson told Labra Public Radio. We had to bring the show to an end here very quickly because we had some other stuff we want to take care of. Okay, it's been a wonderful evening. Please let us continue to pray for one another. It's a wonderful Thursday afternoon. Let's turn into Mr. Soul Show tomorrow, Friday, and we'll have fun. I want to thank all of you, Dr. Tutu, Maestro. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate Clarence Davis. Thank you guys for tuning in again tonight. I'm sorry we were not able to open the line, but we'll do that again tomorrow. With that, I will say good night to all of you. Good night, folks.